Hello everyone, you are once again welcome to Philip's tutorial where we make Excel simple for everyone, especially the beginners who are seeking to learn how to use Excel, and for those who are seeking to advance their skills in the use of Microsoft Office Excel. You can follow Philip's tutorials on TikTok, Facebook, and then YouTube. So if you are watching me on TikTok, you can actually also follow Philip's tutorial on Facebook and subscribe to the page. Like the page, subscribe to the page so that you can get updates to our videos and notifications. Today, you're going to continue from where we left off the last time. So this is going to be our objective for today. So today we are going to look at how to make entries in Excel and apply some basic formatting skills to it. So if you have not typed data in Excel before, by the end of today's lesson, you'll be able to create a document like the one you see now. So stay tuned and let's start. Now let's start by revising from what we learned the last time. We are not revising entirely, but what I'm going to do, we are going to start from how to open the app. So whilst we are going, as we are moving on, you'll be recapping on what we learned. What I mean is that we are going to apply what we learned in video 1. That is Introduction to Microsoft Office Excel 1. We are definitely going to apply some of the skills we learned there in this video. So once again, if you are watching my video for the first time, this happens to be the second video of the introduction series. So I will entreat you to watch the first video that introduces you to some of the tools, the pages, commands, and what they are used for. It will be helpful to watch the first video before you come to this one, even though they're all on the introductory series. Now let's start by revising on how to open Microsoft Excel from the scratch. So let's minimize this one. So at the end of our today's studies, we are going to compare what you do to this one. So let's get started. Now to open Excel, you click on your start button. Then you look for Microsoft Office Excel. I can see mine here. If you cannot find yours, you can type Excel in the search bar here. You type Excel and then it has popped up here for you. You give it a double click and then it will open for you. All right, so this is our fresh workbook. So currently, let me zoom in. We look at zoom in video 1, that is using the view options. So let me use the zoom in plus button to zoom in so that you can see clearly what we are typing into the cells. So my active cell, we learned this in video 1. So that is why I said it will be helpful to watch the first video before you come here, because most of these things we have introduced them in video 1. So I start typing in cell A1. Cell A1. So let's say Adomac Enterprise is a business entity. It's an enterprise. So Adomac Business want to create a data for its first quarter sales of 2016. So the enterprise want to know the sales he has made from the month of January, month of February, and the month of March. So we are going to create a data of that sort. So we start typing in cell A1. So we have Adomac Enterprise. Then I press enter and I type 2016 first quarter sales summary. So I press enter, I type the names of sales reps. So then I type the names of the reps. You have, let's say, Emmanuel Forson. I press the enter to move down. The next sales rep is called Christian. I move down to Evelyn. Then we have Sarah Eshen. So I have the names here. The next cell, to move to the next cell, you use the right arrow or you click or you press the tab. So I have here January, February, and then March. So in the month of January, the sales are 1,500. So you just place your mouse pointer to the cell you want to start typing, then you click on it. So I have typed 1,500 in cell B4. I press enter to move down and I type 2,500. I move down 3,000. I move down 4,000. I move down. So I'm coming to cell C4 to start the entries for the month of February. So Emmanuel 2,500, 5,000, say 5,000, and say 5,000. They all made a sale of 5,000 except for Emmanuel. So March, let's say 2,000, 3,000, and 3,000. Let's say 2,500. So basically, this is how you make entries in Excel. Now, what can you see here? Now, after making entries, you can see that the names are not displaying full in this section. So if you can see this section, the names are not full. For example, if I select cell A3, and if you check in the formula bar, you can see names of sales rep, but you cannot see the full name here. So in Excel, after typing, and then you cannot see the full text in a cell or in a column, you can actually expand the column to display your full text for you. And so to do so, you place your mouse pointer on the line between the columns. Let's say this is column A and this is column B. So the grid line that divide, the grid line on the header, this is the header. The header contains the names of the columns. So the grid line between column A and then column B, you place your mouse pointer on it and you get this sign. If you get this plus sign with an arrow on the right and left, then you click and you drag to the right. So now you can see they are appearing in full. Here we are. Now we have the full text in the column A showing. Now let me use undo to go back and show you another way to use it. We talked about undo in video 1. So I believe you know where undo is located on the quick access toolbar. So here is undo. If I click on it once, I click on it again. So I have undone 2 steps. So another way I just want to show you another way of expanding the row to fit your column. Now, when you place the mouse pointer on the grid line on the header and you double click, it will automatically expand the column to show the entire text you have in the cells. But in this case, it is too wide. It's simply because the text in cell A2 is long. That is why it has expanded it unnecessarily. But so let's close it a bit to this position. So let's maintain this way. At least for now, we can see the names of rep and the names of the reps themselves. Now let's look at how we can edit some entry that you have made. Now you can see you have Emmanuel Forson and then you have Christian. So Emmanuel Forson has its first name and the surname, but Christian and Evelyn don't have. So what we have to do is that we have to add their surnames to it. Now in Excel, when you have text in a cell and you select and then you start typing, what you have typed would take over what was in the cell already. Let me go back to undo again. This is undo. You click on it, it will reverse the current entry. So if you don't want to delete the cell, the text in the cell, but rather to amend it, that is to add some text to it, you place your pointer on that cell and then you double click in it. Now when you double click, you can see a cursor blinking in it. When you double click and you see a cursor blinking, that means you can actually type without writing over the existing text. So let's say the surname for Christian is Atta. So now you can comfortably type Atta. Now let's do same for Evelyn. Another way you can edit text in Excel is select the cell, like click on it, and then go to the formula bar, then do the changes in the formula bar. After typing what you want to type, then you press enter, it will take effect on the actual cell. So let's say Evelyn is called Evelyn Mensah. Let's type Evelyn Mensah in the formula. Evelyn Mensah, and type enter. So here you are, it has reflected. So this is how you can edit text in a cell. Now, this is our sales summary for the first quarter of 2026. So let's apply some basic formatting to it. Let's say we want to create the total column here. So let's type total. So total, once again, let's perform some basic summation function. So you want to know the totals for the month of January. What you do is you select, one way is just select the cell that you want to put the total figure in it and then click on. So as you can see, I have selected cell B8. This is cell B8 and I'm going to click on what you call the auto sum or the sum function. So you click on this one, it automatically tell you that you are calculating you are summing cell B4 to B7. So that is the range. If that is the range you actually want to do, then you press enter and it will do it for you. Another way to do is also just select the entire cell and then click on auto. So this time around, it didn't ask you the range that you want to calculate. Let's do it again for you to get the picture. In the first instance, I selected the cell that I want to put the total in. Just the cell. I selected just cell B8 and I click on the auto sum. And it is asking me, do I want to sum B4 to B7? If that is so, then you press enter. But in the second instance, I selected what I want to add myself plus the blank space that I want to put the total. So you do that and then you click on the sum function, and this time around to go straight away. Another way of finding the total is to just click on what you have done already and then you drag over it. So basically this is how you can do some simple calculation. So now we are applying formatting to our text. So at this point, let's apply some basic formatting to our text. So it is an amount, so I want to separate thousands with comma and then the decimals. So these are my text and I want to separate thousands. So to do that, you click on the first cell. We look at selection in our first video. We have looked at all of this in our first video. We're only applying it. You click on the first cell that you want to apply your formatting to. So I click and drag over. I click and drag over it. We have learned it in video 1. So it's just an application that we are making. That is why it's important for you to watch video 1 before you come here, for you to understand how things are done. So you select it and then you click on, if you look here, the number. If you look on the normal, the number tools, there's a comma sign here. Say a comma style. You just click on it and then it will separate thousands from others. So now, if you don't want the decimals, just here we have what? Decreased decimal and we have increased decimal. So assuming that I don't want the decimals, I just click on it once and one decimal is gone. I click on it again and the decimals are gone. If you want to bring the decimals back, you click on it 1, 2. If you want 3 decimal points, then you click on the third one. Here we are. So let me go back to the 2 decimal places. So I'll go 1. So here we are. If you want to apply currency, let's say if you are dealing with US dollar, you click on the currency tool. You see here account number format. You click on the small arrow against it. You click on this one and select this one, and this is what we have. If you do not want the US currency, let's say you are dealing with Ghanaian currency, you go here, then you go to more accounting formats. Then you click on it. It will take you here to this dialog box. So make sure accounting is selected, and then I can rightly see Ghana cedi in the first one selected. So I click on those, the Ghana cedi amount, then you click on OK. So you can see the currency symbols have changed from dollar to cedis. If this is what you want, you can go ahead and do it, but for the purpose of this study, this is not what I want to do. So I will simply go back to undo again and to take it off. So now let's look at we have looked at the number function. That is how we can separate comma, thousands in commas in video in the number format. Now in the number format, we have looked at how to separate thousands with comma. Now let's do something with the alignment tools. Let's look at how to use some of the tools on the alignment column. So over here, we are going to center our company name to fit our document. So as you can see, our document ranges from column A right to column D. So you select that entire column and then you click on this tool or this command. This command is called merge and center. Now when you click on the arrow against it, you get more options. So for your practice, you can demonstrate how it works. But now you're going to use the first command, merge and center, and observe what will happen. What this does is that now here we have, if I expand, just as you can expand columns, you can expand rows as well by clicking and dragging. Now you can see my text is sitting down. So if I want it to sit in the middle, then I come into this tool. There's a tool here. When I click on it, then my document will sit in the center for me. Now I want to close this gap. I want to close it. So that is how you can adjust columns. You can adjust columns and you can adjust rows as well. So that is how you can go about it. You place your pointer to the grid line and then you click and drag. You place your pointer to the grid line and then you click and then you drag. Click and drag. You click and drag. You click and drag. So that's how it works. Now let's center our second line too. Let's center it by using the merge and center. So that is it. So let's apply some fonts. Let's apply some font commands. Now we have looked at number using the comma. You have looked at merge and center in the middle. Let's apply some font tools to our text. The first thing you are going to do is to apply some fill color to our titles. So let's say in this column, we are applying the fill. This thing here is called a fill. They give the background colors. So let's say, let's give this one this color. Let's apply same to the last row. So you select the entire row that you want to apply the fill to. After selecting it, then you click on the fill button, the fill color. You click on it and to shape it for you. Now let's change our text color. The font color is automatically black now. Let's change it to white. So I click on the font. And then I choose white. I click on this one too, and I'll choose white. Now choose white. So the fill color is for filling the cell. It's for coloring the cells. If you want to color the text, that is the font. You have the font color here. So you have the fill color and you have the font. So this is this is the fill color and this is the font color. So they are two different things. If you want to apply color to the cells, you use the fill color. And if you want to apply colors to the font, the text itself, then you're going to use the font. So let's change the fill color from this color to black. So you select it again and then you click on the fill color, then you choose black. This is not black. Oh, this is not black. This is black. Very good. Then let's use this one to select the entire one you want to apply the font to, then choose black. Now let's apply some color to this area too. So I select this row up to here, then apply a fill color. Let me apply this one to it. So that one I maintain it. So now let's say you have created a document of this nature and then you forgot to type something before, let's say the 20, maybe we type the enterprise name, then we came to row 2. Let's say you wanted to type something before row 2. What we can do is to select the entire row. So what I'm doing is to insert a row. So we are now looking at how to insert rows and how to insert columns. So assuming I want to type something here, I come and place my mouse pointer on the row name. The row name is 2. So I place it on it like as I have done. You right click on it and then go to insert, and it will insert a row for you. Let me apply no fill to that one. So this is how I want to do it. Then I close it a bit. As well, I want to insert another row here. I want to insert another row. So I select row 4. Then I click on insert. So that one also giving me a small space. So this is what I want to do. Now let's say if you want to add another name to this one, you can just say, let's say you want to insert a name before Sarah. You click on row 9. I want to insert a name before Sarah, so I click on row 9 and I go to insert. So I type, let's say, Michael Enu. Maybe his sales is, let's say, 5,000 for January, 4,000 for February, and let's say 6,000 for March. Now you can see the March sales for Sarah is extraordinary. It's a typo error. I meant to type 2,000, but I typed 25,000. So what I will do is you click on it. If you click on it, you can type 2,000 on it, but this is not what I meant to do. You can actually do this one, but to edit it, you can also double click and then clear the 5. That is, you backspace it once and you press enter, and it is nicely done for you. Okay, so now let's look at how we can apply some other font options to it. So let's say I want my title to be font size. I increase the size to, let's say, 20. This one to be 16. So you select the text you want to increase it font size, select it, and then you go to, let's say, 14. Then you bold it, select bold. Let's bold this one as well, select bold. So let's make this ones, they are currently 11, so let's make them 12. Let's make them 12. Let's bold our, let me increase my zoom in a bit. Okay, let's bold our total as well to, okay, let's bold it. So to bold it, you select the text. Anytime you want to apply any formatting command, you have to select the text before. Anytime you want to apply a format to any text, the first thing to do is to select the text. So that is one thing we should know. So as I promised that we are going to create a quarterly sales summary for Adomark Enterprise, and then if you were following me, I think we have done exactly that. Now I want to insert row above our title, so I select entire row 1. I click on it and then click on insert a row above. I want to insert a column here. I want to insert a blank column on the left of our work. So I select the entire column A. You select entire column A on the header, and you right click on it and you click on insert. So now we have a space on our left and on top of our work. Let me reduce the zoom in a bit. Okay. So this is how our work is looking now. Let's apply some let's apply borders to our work. So to apply borders to our work, we select where we want to apply the border. So we're selecting this side, and then we click on the border to select the actual one. I want to create columns and rows in it. So I click on this one. This is how work is looking. Let's go back to the view, the page layout again. Let's go to the page layout again and see how our work is looking on paper. So this is what we have now. Should we print our documents? This is how it's going to be. So I want to see a printout layout. So you go to File and you go to Print. You go to Print, and this is how our work will look like should we print now. So this is a beautiful document we have created for ourselves. Now I want to go back to the main work, so I click on the back arrow. I click on the back arrow, it will take us back to our work. And I want to go back to the normal view. I click on the normal view and it will take me back to here. So this is what we projected to do for today. But I think before we go, there are a few typos we need to correct. So it's even an opportunity to go over the editing. If you can see in this cell, sales is spelled wrong. So let's correct it by double clicking in it. So sales, not slays. So SAL. And this one is supposed to be reps. So names of sales reps. Let's also correct Michael by double clicking in this cell. So Michael, I meant. So like this. The last thing is to center this ones. So you select it and click on center on the alignments just to center the month. Let me see if there are any other thing we can correct. Audomac Enterprise 2026 first quarter sales summary. So I think we are done. It's close to what we wanted to do today. And you can also name the sheet. Actually, the sheet by default is called it's called sheet 1. So to change the name, you double click on the name and then you type the name you want to give to the sheet. So let's say sales summary. Sales summary. You can, after typing the name, press enter. You can give the sheet a color by double clicking on it. You say tab color. You can choose a color for it. So this is our sales sheet. You can introduce additional sheet by clicking on the plus sign. So this is a blank sheet. Go back to our sales sheet. This is it. So this is what we have for today. My name is Philip Minta, your tutor for Philip's Tutorials. So like my page, subscribe to the YouTube page, share it to others who are also interested in learning Microsoft Excel. As you can see, I am sharing what I have learned with you. So kindly share to others. Share to others so that we learn together. So before we close, you have to save your work. You have to save your work by clicking on the save button, or use the file tab. You click on save as and then you move on. Our work is saved already. So that is all. I thank you. I thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the subsequent videos.